It's a combination of the broadsider from FE4 and the historical Korean weapon called the what you say. Excuse me while I have a couple of chips here with some hummus. So, my intuition tells me on top of this mountain there's gonna be a fucking ancient dragon. But you never know. You see, the reason why I believe that might be the case, if it's not an ancient dragon, a named dragon, is I fought a dragon down in the water, okay? I fought a dragon that was ice, and we're up on a fucking volcano, so I'm gonna take a shot. And say it might be a fire dragon. A wind dragon. Clearly. The Heart Dragon! Listen, you can't summon Captain Planet Dragon without Heart Dragon. Is the dragon's name Lady Gaga, that beard? Apparently there was, I don't know how many of us are elder millennials around here for, Captain Planet, but apparently there was a fair amount of controversy around that show. Like, they thought that it was legitimately indoctrinating kids against certain major, corporations and turning them into, like, radicalized environmental activist. Yeah, I found this out like a couple of years back. I came across it and I was like, "Word? Captain Planet?" I watched the shit out of that show. You know what? The closest thing I got to saving the planet was buying a hybrid. And I don't drive enough for it to actually make a difference. Was this before or after Don Cheadle oh my, way before. Don Cheadle Captain Planet was a long time after. Is that? If your morals line up with Skeletor's, you probably deserve to be treated like a cartoony clown skeleton. These are... I made the joke, it's a bad joke yesterday, but they're President's Choice, so it's a Canadian... You know, the Superstore brand. Style, restaurant style tortilla chips. And you know what? They're fucking good. I gotta hand it to them. Better than Tostitos. Yep, plain salt. Like, they're really good. Better than Tostitos, Seth. And I've eaten a lot of fucking Tostitos. Better salt ratio, better texture, way better. That's the kicker here. The salt ratio is better, but the texture is fucking way better. Crunchy, but light. You know how Tostitos, you're chewing on them and they end up being kind of dense in your teeth? None of that here. And you know what? The macros aren't fucking god-awful either. The salt ratio is amazing. For 15 chips, which is probably what most people would eat anyway. I mean, 15 of these fucking chips, that's a lot. You're good. 10% of your sodium. 16% of your fats. 12 gram. You know, for a tortilla chip, that's... impressive. $15 bags, you say? Yeah, they're really, I'm very impressed. I wasn't expecting them to be that good. My work partner is 425 pounds and goes, "Where the fuck do you put all that?" You can thank your genetics for your body not being hyper producing brown fats and shit based on your diet. It says absolutely nothing about your heart health. PC spicy barbecue? I hate barbecue chips, but here's the thing about President's Choice. I wouldn't say they're Kirkland level, but President's Choice, a number of their products are legitimately outright better than brand name or as good for less money. Like they aren't Kirkland, because Kirkland's the GOAT. But there are some products that are legit, like fucking. My diet's good and I just need more exercise, eat chips for dinner. Oh. Of everything in my diet, having 15 tortilla chips with plain hummus is not going to be the thing that takes me out the game. Oh, dude, Zeth, I read that earlier today. Top tier meme. Top tier meme. But yeah, I never feel bad about shit like this because the rest of my diet is quite good. Like breakfast today, 2 eggs, sauteed spinach and garlic, sauteed cherry tomatoes, a little bit of kimchi for my vitamin K2 and my cabbage, couple of pieces of toast, water. Sorry, Zeth, my breakfast might have killed you. My bad. Only thing worse would be if you had strawberries as well. Well, that smoothie I had earlier had strawberries in it. Okay. Let's go find out what fuck show we got waiting. Okay. Lego Steve? Oh, for fuck. Why? Why? Why did it have to be one of these fucks? Wait, what the fuck happened there? Finally! Took like 5 fucking times. Oh, that's probably bad. Everything about this, like, this boss type is the worst thing about the combat in this game. Honest to God. It's crazy. Imagine giving somebody a smithing stone 6 for that cancerous fuck show. And like 20,000 friggin' runes. That right there is the most indicative thing I think I can imagine that the devs had no idea how absolutely 5-star insane and dumb that enemy type is. My mimic is maxed. I'm not fucking around with these bosses anymore, man. I'm not like after like fucking 90 bosses of just fucking raw dogging that shit. Once we got to friggin' what's his name down underneath the sewers, and I fucking started using the spirit, I was like, you know what? I think this is just gonna be the way now. I've beaten 90 fucking some bosses. I beat the first third of the fucking game in the wrong direction with like half as much vigor as I should have. I've done my service. I'm just gonna dumpster everything now. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm dumpstering everything. Mog's problem is that he's one of a handful of the bosses in the game in which his attack pool is what I call the anti-Dark Souls player attack pool. Where his attack set is specifically timed to be counterintuitive to the muscle memory any Dark Souls veteran would have built up over the course of several Dark Souls games. And so, like, he doesn't attack fast. He hits relatively hard, but he doesn't even attack that fast. Or his attacks aren't that hard, technically, to dodge. Unless you're a veteran Dark Souls player and your brain is specifically fucking set and dialed into certain attack timings and patterns that have been the cornerstone of pretty much every Souls game. They know this, and some enemies are specifically designed, like the whole idea of like the elongated attacks and the pauses at the top and the like half fucking like meme attacks and shit. Those are there to throw veterans for a loop. Not all of the bosses are like that, but there are some that are painfully obvious in that that's what they're there to do. So if you took somebody who played Elden Ring as their very first Souls game and they got to Mog, it's going to be challenging, but they are likely to have less of a problem in learning and adapting to the attack timings than somebody who's built up years of fucking Dark Souls muscle memory. On average. Some people can just adapt to fucking whatever. Oh yeah, they mixed it up. I mean, they have to. There's 90,000 bosses in this game. Holy shit, can you imagine if they all just attacked you, like, in 3 different patterns? It'd be insane. And even with all of their best attempts to do so, there's still a lot of overlap. Which is understandable. I would never begrudge them the overlap. It's like clearly how do you not? What has seen me that I'm now out of my map? Oh my god, that's a lot of... God. Oh, the whole team showed up! The whole fucking team! Nope. Oh, I don't have my fucking... What in the shit was that? Wow. Wrong pot, wrong pot, wrong pot. This guy, the sword and board guys for these knights are brutal because their 3 attack their 3 attack is timed as such as that as soon as you get out of your like animation for you being hit, the next one hits. And there appears to be like 1 to 3 frames worth of time in which you can try and roll out of it. So, I need a hand banana, guys. It's not really a hand banana. It's more like I just can't remember something that I've already, or where I've already been. The hand banana is, and many of you will know what I'm talking about, I'm sure. There is a spot that I can't remember where it is on the map, where that tower that has madness, the Eye of fucking Sauron that just like immediately hits you with madness almost fucking like 2 seconds. I wanted to go explore that area more. I don't remember where it is. I know it's on the west side of the map. Near the Great Lift, northeast, Lirunia, whatever the fuck it's called. Twitch algorithm finally got me. I just got all ads for baby shit. Oh, it happened. The Amazon ad crossover. Just below the lift off to the right. Like down in here somewhere? Oh, it's gotta be this. Oh yeah, these guys. I've only ever done one of those still. Is this the spot? Well, I'm going up here anyway. If I can get up there from here. Hello, sir. Bro, those are some ups. Holy shit. Man, jumping. You have to go there from the lift down south? This? No. Oh, you can only approach this from the north? Ah. Yeah, the topography of the map is sometimes confusing. Now, that's the tower. What do I got for focus? Holy shit, 83. Okay. 90 on the mushroom boy. 90 on astrologer. 107. Whoo! Woo! Corin's got all the focus. Had, I should say. For he is no longer with us. Did Corin even have a full set? He might not have. $39. Another 39. 44. We gotta go up this hill juice to the gills. Because the Eye of Sauron is ahead. Who inflicts madness very quickly, and so I'm just trying to be... prepared. As I can be. What a random set of armor we get going on here. Look at that. I mean, really. Clearly a Chad. Your madness has no power here! We might be in some trouble. Oh, for... You... goddamn... fucking hole in the goddamn fucking ground. Fucking cock-sucking... Go fucking figure. It would be just a series of rats at the bottom after I fall down a ladder. Go fucking figure. Why am I not picking up my shit? Oh my fucking god. Dude, this game sometimes is just like beyond fucking bad. I'm standing right over top, and there goes 69,000 fucking runes. I'm standing right over top of them, pressing the one fucking goddamn button that picks them up. Absolutely zero responsiveness. The game is too busy trying to comprehend the Madness Tower and 4 rats in a tiny little fucking place, and it's just shitting itself fucking dry. Can't pick up your own fucking shit. Just sitting right there on the ground. Can't pick it up. Then you try and do something about it, and the camera's fucking inside of every one of those fucking rats' assholes. Because they've stuck it all in a tiny little room, and they have yet to figure out the age-old fucking art of pull the camera back and make the wall that you're fucking with semi-transparent. So that the camera doesn't have to zoom in to the fucking nutsack of a rat for you to see where you were at. Because you ironically don't have the ability to, you're just fucking flying blind. Just rat scrotum all over your screen. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Die in a fire. You mean to tell me all that was caused by a handful of these guys? What a meme. Well, now that we're up here... Evidently, I've done this thing. Yeah, I've done the catacombs. Alright, that must be what he was pointing at. What in the shit are you doing here? You quite done? Ah, this old bag. Do I still have it? Completely unnecessary, but doing it anyway. Gesture. Give me a ladder. Beam me up, Scotty. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. You're a bitch. Uh... Well... Interesting. Works in the other tower, but not here. My favorite use of the word puzzle. Is this another goddamn invisible walkway? I swear to God, it better not be. Hmm. I just can't imagine. It's not really... You would think doing it here would at least, like... You would get some point in the right direction or some shit. But nah. Time to do the erudition emote every 3 feet around this entire fucking property. Well, there's only one other statue in the entire game that I've come across in which it has "May Erudition light the way," and I've used that emote, and it fucking phased in a ladder. Well, in this instance, I'm assuming that the door would fucking open, but it doesn't do that here because consistency is not their forte. So the best that I can guess is that that other place might be a stepping stone of learning for what to do here, but just not at the statue. I fucking guess. So the question becomes, if that is the case, if that is what we're doing, where do we start? That becomes the question. And they really like to loosely call these things puzzles. Well, what other ways can that be interpreted? I mean, to be erudite is to be intelligent. Or knowledgeable. Hey, what up, lol? It's entirely possible that it could be something really dumb like that, but it would be odd for them to gate an area based on something like that. It would be like the only time they ever did it. I had that thought. I was like, what if they're gating it? But that would be very odd. What would you do here? I am fucking at a loss. Where in the fuck did I go? Oh, it's here. I was gonna say, I was like, why in the fuck is this looking so... going the wrong way? Yeah, that was a pretty good cast. That was a fun one. May erudition light the fucking way. After looking the solution up, oh boy. Oh, it's probably dog shit. May erudition light the way. Kyle, 75 in total, 36 in a row. Welcome back, sir. Thank you very much. Praise the sun. Yeah, I almost wish I never had come across the other statue, because all it makes me think of is doing the fucking emote. Because it actually did something last time, and now it's not. May erudition light the way. Something hiding underneath the books. Knowledge, all that. You know what I'm saying, Vern? I'm wondering if we had to use, like, a certain type of magic. But I don't... Again, it would seem weird, because they tend to leave this open for anyone to be able to get without restricting it to certain builds. So it doesn't really make sense. So, the emote didn't do anything, there's nothing underneath the books, no illusory walls. Seemingly no spells that make sense here. Uh... Wow. This shit is unhinged. The vague nature of this shit is crazy. Fuck me. What's your plan, Crazed? What do you think it is? I'm out of a lot of my fucks to give for Miyazaki's quote-unquote puzzles. They're all kind of shit. What would you try? I'll give it a go. Yeah, no, that won't be it. We are reaching a hand banana moment because I just, like, I'm just struggling to fucking care about how bad, like, these are such shit fucking puzzles. I'm getting PTSD from yesterday's puzzle. Yeah, I have the emote, and I've used it in another building that had this same message, and it generated a ladder. It does not do that here. / confused. Well, I didn't think it would start raining. For the sake of pain and suffering, I believe. You know, some priest shit. I had to wear this to get up this hill because of the madness. Oh, this shit puts me asleep. I'm gonna have a nap. Fucking resident sleeper. Alright, hand banana. Here we go. Does it have to do with the emote? Does it have to do with an invisible walkway again? Instead of a walkway, am I emoting to open a fucking door that's not this one? Well then, what the fuck? Alright. Fucking... What else we got in here then? Let's see. What's the name of this fucking shithole? See if we can play Mr. fucking Dress Up. Converted Fringe. Yar, I'm a witch. Not what I wanted. Damn it, Adam, you fuck stick! You're half asleep because this game's putting you to sleep, I understand. Just... Alright, hand banana, am I doing the emote in this room? In front of this statue, just like the last one. Perfect. Okay, so you want to know my logic for that one? So, I don't know if it's... I mean, I don't think it has anything to do with the amount of intellect that you have. I think it's just that fucking headpiece. It might even work with one of the other ones from that zone. My assumption was that it was that one because it was representative of, like, the highest level of those from Raya Lucaria. They were the big fucking Giga Brains. And, I know the crystals that were on, you know, were representative of... So, that was my logic. The Giga Brain from Raya Lucaria. I was like, I got that headpiece. Let's fucking put that bitch on there. That's all there was. Do I think that that makes any particular sense? No. No, I do not. We are a distance from Raya Lucaria. Nothing about this place really ties it to Raya Lucaria in any meaningful way. The last tower that you're in, you just have to do the fucking emote at the statue and Bob's your fucking uncle. So why anyone would piece any of that together without really having to stretch, you know, like I just did, really stretch the fucking logic. That's wild. Hi. This one was at least as bad, Meogs, if not worse. But I ironically figured it out faster. When I would have done it last, I definitely was not wearing one of those headpieces, I can tell you that much. Well, I hand bananaed, but I didn't hand banana anything that actually gave me... I basically just stretched as much logic as humanly possible. So essentially, I'll walk you through this, Meogs. Essentially, you go into the front of this tower, which is open. This door has a seal on it. This is here, in front of this statue. It says, "May erudition light the way." I have come across this exact statue and this exact fucking tag in another tower earlier in the game. What it involved was, on the first tower, you just... If you unlock the gesture erudition, which you had to unlock, you use it in front of the statue. When I used it in front of the statue on the first time, like the first tower, a million hours ago, it generated a ladder behind the statue to climb up the tower. Okay? So the first thing I did was what I just did there, and it didn't do anything. I was like, alright, that's kind of fucking weird. This is like the exact same situation. I'm wondering why it didn't work. So I ran around a bunch. There's clearly nothing going on out there. So I hand bananaed, do I use the emote and is it in this room? Because that was what I did in the other tower. They said yes. And so I was like, alright, what's the dumbest fucking logical stretch I can come up with? Well, the derivation or the definition of the word erudite, you know, intelligence. So I was like, well, what if I have to fucking... I don't think that it would be that your intelligence has to be a certain level, because that would be probably too constraining for the types of players that walk through here. But, what if I put on the Gigabrain fucking hat that I got from Rayo Lucaria? And it worked!